Hey everyone, you're watching Preppy Kitchen, where I, John Cannell, teach you how to make delicious homemade dishes to share with your family and friends. Today we're making this classic no-bake treat, peppermint bark. It is so easy and satisfying. It's really great to have out for like a little party, some little things you can just pick up and nibble on. And if you're wondering, where am I? I'm at my friend Amy's house. She's invited me over for some holiday baking and no baking, and taken pity on a kitchenless soul like me.
You're almost there,
It's
though.
almost there.
It's the home stretch.
So close. Let's get started. When you make this, you have a couple options. You could totally use the fancy bar chocolate. This is my last piece of like a Valrhona chocolate bar I have, and I used this before when I made it for the blog. Chop it finely, it'll melt more easily. The nice thing about using chocolate with a bar is that it doesn't have any stabilizers or anything in it. For this recipe, we're gonna use semi-sweet chocolate, although you could totally add in bittersweet as well. And I'm gonna use my scale and measure out 12 ounces exactly, but you can totally eyeball this. If you wanted to have mostly dark chocolate with a little bit of white, just use mostly dark chocolate. There's no rhyme or reason, nothing's gonna go wrong.
Okay.
It's like, oh my gosh, my bark, like it just dries. We're gonna put this on a double boiler now and just mix it occasionally. So wait, I went to go get something from the store. Look at this drawer.
I'm a definite Virgo.
What is this?
Oh my God.
What kind of baking magic is this? Okay, anyways, all we needed was a spoon, but I got totally distracted. I'll use a spatula.
Alrighty.
Pop that onto some simmering water, and you also wanna make sure it's not touching the bowl. It's a nice gentle steam heat. Just every once in a while, come back and stir. Stir. But like come back every couple of minutes, and then keep an eye on it when it gets closer. You don't want to melt the chocolate all the way through. Now for the white chocolate. This is my nemesis. I was telling Amy earlier, I am an okay baker, but I burn white chocolate all the time. I'll like walk away, one of the kids is calling me, the dog is barking, Brian has a question, something happens. There's a delivery at the door, I come back and the chocolate's burnt. So you have to watch it carefully and use low heat. If you're using a microwave, like 50% power, 20-second bursts, and stir in between, and don't melt it all the way through. I can't stress this enough. This is gonna go onto the double boiler now as well. Same as before, pop it on, just come back and stir. This chocolate, look, it's already starting to melt. And I'm actually gonna turn the heat down. We're gonna take it off heat soon. You don't wanna melt chocolate all the way through on a double boiler. You wanna melt it mostly through. Once you take it off the heat, continue the melting process. See, look at that. The white chocolate begins melting really quickly. There's more cocoa butter in there. Okay, so this is melted basically all the way through. So I'm gonna take it off the heat now. Now, in the meantime, Amy was here earlier when I was prepping this dish. So here's the deal. This is rounded and you need to line it. So if you have a square dish or one that's not rounded off, it's so much easier. When I was making this for the blog, I was like, I'm not gonna use this dish. So what I did is I used an old light bulb box that I cut up, and I just lined it with parchment paper, and it was perfect, because all it is a mold. So you can make this in any kind of mold you want. You can even use silicone molds if you like doing that, if it makes you happy. But here, we're just lining it with parchment paper. We've made 4 cuts, and it just plops right in. And that way, it'll pop right out after it's done.
Easy.
If you want, you can add things to your chocolate.
Like?
Well, you could add crushed candy canes, which we'll be adding in later. You could add peppermint oil if you like. You could add toasted walnuts or pecans or toffee or M&Ms. But we're just gonna leave this plain because we're adding a lot to the white chocolate layer.
The possibilities are endless, though, it sounds like. I'll let him.
Sure, I'll just wait a second.
I'm gonna go out in the rain. He actually wanted me to open the door so he could smell outside.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is what we do all day long.
Amy has a beautiful standard poodle named Torin, and...
Hi, buddy.
There he is. And he gets what he wants, much like all of us wish was the case. Right now, we're just spreading the chocolate out with a spatula into a roughly, uniform layer towards the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is gonna go into the fridge now, just to harden up a bit. So if you're in a holiday baking frenzy and you like online shopping, He was like, yes.
Yes.
And you like peppermint. You can buy crushed candy cane in kind of like almost bulk. So it comes in really big bags. When you buy candy canes, most of them are normally broken anyways. Have you noticed this?
Always.
It's crazy. Crushing them is totally easy, but the one benefit for buying the crushed candy canes pre-crushed is they're all crushed to the same size.
Which is nice,
It's
right?
like a perfect uniform size. It's not powder, it's not the big chunks. And if you're using them for decoration, like I do in a lot of my cakes and cookies, it comes in handy. Just putting that out there. Otherwise, buy some candy canes and continue crushing them. It's really fun. Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I think that's good.
It looks perfect.
I don't like peppermint candies. Like, I don't want to eat a candy cane. I like to put them on a tree.
Yeah.
But in baked goods, I love them. It's like Oreos. Like, I would never say, oh my God, give me an Oreo. I need it now. But if you mix it into buttercream, some magic happens.
Yummy.
Just putting it out there. Okay, we have our candy canes crushed. I'm putting this aside because we're gonna get that melted white chocolate out now. You're gonna use about half a teaspoon of peppermint extract. That's not peppermint oil like you would use like in a massage or anything, but it's an extract. So just drop that in there. It smells really nice too. And mix it in, mixa. This has been cooling a little bit already, so it's starting to get thicker, which we want. Now, we're gonna get the chocolate out of the fridge because it's ready. It only needs to be somewhat set. You don't wanna have the chocolate be all the way hard because your peppermint bark might not stick together. It's liquid on the top. It's starting to set towards the edge though, not set all the way. If your chocolate has set completely, you can cheat it using a hairdryer and just soften the top a little bit. Pour that on there.
Oh, it smells so good.
And you can actually marbleize it too with a swirl if you want to.
Ooh. Torrin's grunting behind us.
Torrin's
He's like pretty sure that we have something up here he wants.
I don't think this is on the doggy list of things to eat.
Sorry, buddy.
So now we're gonna carefully move it towards the edge just to smooth it out. What's the last step?
Of course.
Crushed candy cane. Do you want to do the honors?
Oh, I do. Yes, please.
I'm cutting this down for the camera because apparently you can't see it. Thank you. Okay, now would you like to do the honors?
I would love to.
Oh, perfect. Doesn't that scream holiday all of a sudden? I can hear.
I feel like I'm going to have to add this to the holiday bakery list. So are you using all of the candy canes that you crushed?
No, we're gonna save some for later. But you can add as much as you want.
Maybe.
Until you're happy.
Yeah, I'm almost happy.
The thing is, like, you're thinking like, oh, that's enough. But then when you cut it, you really want to have like a lot of crunch and candy cane on top.
Yeah, of course.
So,
what do you think?
I feel like there's like a little bit at the edge we get out.
All right.
There we go. This gets set aside just to like calm down, chill out, and here's the deal. We didn't temper this. If you tempered it, and if you can temper white chocolate, you're basically a wizard, by the way.
Yeah.
But if you tempered it, then you could just snap it into pieces. We're gonna cut it into pieces, and it'll look exactly the same with so much less effort and less heartache. Trust me. Okay, chill it out, and we'll be back in a minute with the magic of editing. All firmed up. We had a nice little talk in between time.
Yep.
And here, plops right out, totally nice and firm. We're gonna use a knife to cut these, and like, what shape do you like your bark to be in?
I like it when they're a little more jagged and
Yeah,
you get to,
like shards.
yeah, you pick and choose what size bite you want to take.
Exactly, and they're like easier to nibble on too.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we take a bite?
Oh, for sure.
Dainty bite. Screams holidays, and it is like, I don't know,
Perfection.
it reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah. And we definitely didn't need to temper it because
No,
it tastes delicious.
totally fine.
Not just fine. It's fantastic.
Sell it, Amy. Thank you so much for having me over. This was
Happy to.
a beautiful kitchen to be in, and like those drawers like changed my life. You need to come over and help me like whisper some suggestions for where things go.
I'd do that happily, yeah. I love nothing more than organizing a kitchen.
Oh, like soulmate over here. If you like this recipe, check out my Christmas playlist all of my favorite Christmas recipes, and you're guaranteed to find a new favorite yourself. If you liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.